Okay, y'all, they're talking to us. Ooh, they're gonna be good. Today, y'all, we're gonna be cooking some sausage. I'm gonna show you an easy way to get a lot of flavor in these. We're gonna cut up this onion and bell peppers. Now, I've cooked these a lot of different ways, but now this way right here, to me, it seems like you get a lot more flavor by doing this little trick we're going to do to them. You can cook these sausages on a grill, in an iron skillet. You can boil them in beer. There's a lot of different ways to cook these sausages. So now we're going to get these cooking in a separate skillet. We're going to go ahead and get our peppers and onions in this skillet back here. I'm just going to break up these onions just a little bit before they start getting hot. We're going to put a little salt on them and some black pepper. Okay, now the first thing you want to do is get your sausages out and let them unthaw a little. You don't want to cook them while they're, froze. So this one's a little bit, but we're going to go ahead and I'm going to show y'all what I'm going to do today with these different. We're going to take and we're going to cut them right here and just slide your scissors straight up through there. And you're going to take that film off, or whatever that is they put on it, because we're going to season these, and I want all the flavor to get into the sausage. So get those took off. Don't take but just a few minutes. Just take your scissors and cut straight up through there. Okay, now you're going to have to find you something you can fit them in. And we're going to add a little mustard to them. We're going to season them up before we start cooking them. All right, we're going to take our mustard. You can use any kind of mustard. I'm just using regular yellow mustard. If you've got like a hot mustard you like, or brown sugar mustard, you can use that. And now we're just going to coat our sausage inside with that mustard. Get a good coating of that mustard on there. Okay, let me wash my hands. And now you can use any kind of seasoning that you want, and it'll actually stick to your sausage. Well, today we're going to be using our total seasoning on ours. You can use whatever you like. Some black pepper. And a little salt. We're going to add a little garlic to it. And then we're going to toss these around and just get them coated real good with your seasoning. Now we've got our iron skillet. We're going to take a little bit of our bacon grease. Going to get it in our skillet. Probably a good 2 tablespoons. Now our peppers and onions are starting to cook. Our bacon grease is getting ready. Our skillet's getting hot. We're going to take our sausages and we're going to go ahead and put them in the skillet. I'm going to add just a little bit of more of the total seasoning to them now that I got them in the skillet. because I want to make sure I got a good coat on them. You can see how the seasoning is soaking in there on them once you take that casing off. That's what that's called. I just thought of it. Couldn't think of it. So now we're going to go ahead and flip them. Now we got these at Costco, and they were $10 and like 84 cents for a big pack of them. I'm going to look it up and see if I can see how many came in it and the exact price. Because y'all could take you one of these lunchbox things. Any kind, really. And you could make you a lunch or a dinner probably for around $3, fixing your own dinner to take with you or lunch by using some of these and Costco's salad bag we made. So you could have a salad and a couple of these probably for around $3. So if y'all are trying to figure out how to cook your lunch or suppers on a budget, this right here is a delicious but budget-friendly way. We're going to turn them a little bit on the side. Now I'm going to cut the heat down just a little because I want to make sure they get done all the way through before the outside gets too brown. Our peppers and onions are starting to look good. I'm going to turn them again all the way to the other side. They're smelling good, y'all. Okay, we got them done. I'm going to cut the heat off. Now we're going to take them out of here. Put them on this plate. What I'm going to do is I'm going to slide that skillet over. And we're going to pull our onions over here and peppers. Move that one out of the way. So now that our peppers and onions are getting caramelized on them and they're done, you could get them browner if you wanted to. So now we're going to take our sausages and we're going to put them in this pan with these peppers and onions. I'm going to add about a half a cup of chicken broth. Around a half a cup. And now we're going to take our lid that goes to our iron skillet and we're going to put that on there, and I'm going to let them simmer in that chicken broth for about 10 to 15 minutes on medium low. Checking to make sure I don't have them going too hot. Nope, I just have them simmering. And I did want to say, a lot of people use beer for this, but I don't have a beer right now to use, so that's why I'm using chicken broth. But they're looking good. We're going to put the lid on it, and that helps tenderize it where it's not so tough. Just makes it have a lot more tenderness to the meat. If y'all ain't never tried this, you ought to give it a try. Don't believe the difference. Okay, y'all, they're talking to us. Ooh, they've gonna be good. I'll go ahead and take the lid off because I don't want them to lose all their crispiness. I've cooked most of that chicken broth down and out. May just let it sit there with the lid off now and simmer. But y'all comment down below. Have you ever tried cooking these sausages this way? You think you might try it? Tell us in the comments. Y'all, this ain't no big fancy recipe. This is just how you can throw some stuff together that you got when you need to cook dinner. You don't have to have a whole list of stuff to cook a meal for your family. Keep it simple and on a budget, and it can still be good without spending so much money. Buying all those extra ingredients adds up nowadays. And sometimes we use just a few times out of like a bottle of something a recipe calls for, put it in the fridge and forget we have it. So just cook back to the basics and save more than you think. You don't have to buy all that fancy ingredients to cook like your granny did. And now to go with the sausage, I'm just going to cook a real small batch of fried potatoes. Just be careful. Don't cut your finger. Especially when you got a sharp knife. These right here are real sharp. We got them for Christmas. You always have to eat one piece. I've told this story before, but when we were little, me and my cousins, we'd all sit around the table. My mama, that's what we called her, she'd be cutting taters up for supper. And we'd reach in there and grab us one, and she'd holler, "If y'all don't quit eating my taters, I ain't gonna have enough." But she sort of always cut up extra because she liked us doing it, I think. I wished I could bring them days back and go grab one of her taters just one more time and sit there with her while she peeled taters. You remember a certain little thing your mama done when you were growing up? And you just keep remembering those memories? It's funny, I remember her cutting them taters up as still to today. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get our skillet heated up. I'm gonna put probably about 3 tablespoons of olive oil in there. Okay, y'all, now that our skillet's hot, we're going to go ahead and start adding our potatoes. Now, I don't have a lot to cook this time, so I'm going to make just a thin layer of potatoes on the bottom of my 10-inch cast iron skillet. Now I'm going to add some salt and black pepper. And don't be shy with the salt when you're cooking potatoes, because the potato takes a good amount of salt. Okay. Now you want to let them start getting a little brown before you move them. So just let them sit there and cook. Now this right here is what my mama taught me when frying taters. You got to add just a little bit of water when you're cooking a fried potato. If you don't, they're going to stick. And they're not going to be fork tender. So to get them fork tender, you add that little bit of water and then put your lid on your cast iron skillet and let them sit there on a lower heat and just simmer. And you got to get you some butter out, because we're going to add a little butter to this dish. Now that they've been sitting there probably for about 5 to 7 minutes, we're going to cut us a couple slabs of butter. And we're going to lay us some butter on top of our potatoes. Mine is salted butter. You can use salted or unsalted. And when they get almost fork tender is when you add your butter. And now that you got your lid back on it, just let them sit there for around 5 minutes. So now they're done. What I always do that for is just to make sure they're good and tender. Well, they're done, y'all. We're going to lay them on a paper towel on this plate, just so they won't be soggy. Now, if you want to get them a little bit more crispier, you can fry them on high just a few minutes once you get them to this point. But this is how Travis likes them, and I do too. So we're going to stop them right there. We're getting ready to eat, y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed this easy Sunday supper. This is what we have sometime on Sundays to make it easy. Just a fast, easy, budget-friendly supper. Thanks for watching. Y'all don't forget to subscribe, hit the hype button, and give it a thumbs up, and comment. Happy cooking!